Just thought I'd let you listen to the ambient sound then, guys. Right, I'm back with how to build the electric touch. But before I go any further, I had a little note come in the post today, which was Friday. It says, "Hello Gaffer, here's a little something for you. Just glue the bottom shut and you're away." Nice bit of advertising for when you're out and about. Enjoy. Carb Mat Tutorials, aka me lol. Brilliant, what a dude. I'm going to leave a link to Carb Mat Tutorials trick when he showed you the Gaft, get it around the right way, the Gaft Academy box. Look at that, awesome. You are an absolute star. I shall be sticking that together and shoving my cards in. Right, this, oh, let me just get rid of that. You're going to end up with what looks like this. A little block, a battery and a load of wires attached to your shoe. Okay, and you've got a wire that goes all the way through the sole to the ground. We'll come back to that. You are going to need a negative ion generator. This was £7, free delivery. Not sure where it came from, but it's a DC 12 volt negative ion generator. £7. It will take 12 volts in and kick out 20,000 volts. You don't come across many 12 volt batteries. So we're going to use a 9 volt PP3 battery. I've just stuck a few wires on here just to speed the whole process up. So you will have a negative ion generator that looks like this. You've got a red and a black. These little wires are for the power. One of these is a ground wire and the other wire will be attached to your body. Get rid of that bit of wire. You will also need some sort of switch. This is a little pressure switch where you have to keep your pressure on it for it to work. So if you apply pressure, it turns on. Take the pressure off, it turns off. This is not the switch that's in my shoe. The switch that was in my shoe came out of a torch that looked like this. You basically unscrew the bottom and you just prise and prise until the switch comes out. Because this is an on-off switch rather than a pressure switch. You turn it on, turn it off. But you can get these torches readily available from your pound shops. My switch is attached to the sole in my shoe. Oh, if I can get it out. It's here. Right where my big toe sits. This switch came out of one of wherever the torch has gone. That's weird. Where's the torch? There. Came out of one of these type of torches, this switch. This bit you will have to practice, you're going to have to work out where this goes, but basically I've super glued and I've stitched this switch to the sole of my shoe. But I've in fact got two soles stuck together. You're going to need a few insoles in your shoes because you have got some wires running underneath and it can get a bit painful underfoot. So that's my switch. So you've got your negative ion generator. You're going to want a battery. Now you're going to want one of those 9 volt battery terminal connectors. They're readily available on eBay. You can buy 5 for like a couple of quid. But I haven't got one. I've looked, I couldn't find one. So what you're going to do is get 2 wires and attach these to your switch. So you've got 2 wires coming off your switch. I've literally just wound the wires together and put a bit of insulation tape around it. And then one of these wires is going to go to the battery terminal. Where's my tape? See, this is how I roll, guys. This is definitely DIY stuff. So one of these is going to go on the one terminal. This is why you want a proper connector, because you ain't got to mess around like this. You know, this is definite Gaft Academy style. So we stick that down. So you've got your switch, and on the other end is a battery. One of these is going to attach to one of these. So that is a negative end, so I'm going to put the negative on the black cable. So we're just going to wind that round. Literally, this is all I've done in the past. You could get some proper heat shrink cabling if you want. You can get that fairly cheap as well. But I just use insulation tape. Stick it around. I will say it does need to be insulated quite well because it can tend to arc out if it can get out. So you've got your switch attached to the black end, attached to a battery. Right, you're now going to put another wire from the battery to the red switch. So again, you're just going to wind the wires round. Let's use this one. Stick that on there. See, this is it. This is real life gaffing it up. Obviously you're going to make a much better job than me, but I will say if this video times out, I will reshoot it again. See, this is nowhere near what you call professional, but you've got your switch, your battery connected to here, and now you're just going to connect your battery to the red terminal. So we just wind those around, tape them up. See, this don't take, well, it's going to take you a little while to put it together because you're going to have to work out how much wire you need, where it's going to fit in the sole of your shoe. But the general build will be quite quick. But obviously you're going to make a much better job than I am. So right, there's my switch and battery circuit. Should be done. So if I press this, that should switch on. If my things are connected, yep, that's on now. You'll see it arc across. Right, now what you're going to do, you're going to get another piece of wire and you're going to cut out what looks like it's a relentless can. You just need a bit of metal because this is going to go against your ankle. This is going to get connected to one of these wires. I don't think it really matters which one, so I'm going to attach this one to the black wire for now. And we'll tape that up. Make sure it's well insulated. Right, so one of the bigger wires has got your little plate. This is going to go against your skin. This wire needs to be ground at all times. This needs to be in contact with the ground. So what you want to do is get yourself another wire, but this is a much stronger wire because you are going to be stood on this a lot. Show you my shoe. This wire is always going to be in contact with the ground, so you need this to be quite tough. I've used thinner wire in the past and it does break off, so this needs to be a tougher wire. And you'll just connect this tougher wire to this wire. And just take that all off. Bend it over, in fact. I said take that one off. This is in depth, guys. You ain't going to get a better tutorial on YouTube, I tell you. This is what you could call a professional outfit. Ever the professional gaffer. Right, this wire needs to be in contact with the ground for this machine to work. So what you're going to have to do is find a pair of shoes that you don't mind drilling a hole through. I've had these a long time. They're nice because they slip on and off. They're easy shoes to put on. But you are going to have to drill a hole because a lot of these shoes these days, they've got a metal shim underneath, so you are going to drill a hole all the way through your shoe. So basically when you've put all these wires together, that should be fairly straightforward if you just follow what I've showed you. It's a bit awkward with the pressure switch, turning it on. So that'll arc over now. So that is your stop stuff blowing away. That is your basic circuit really. It's not really much to it. The black and the red need to go to a switch and a battery. That's an easy electrical circuit to work out. One goes on the ground, one goes against your skin. Right, we'll get rid of this. Ah, bloody hell, thing was on. Right, now you're going to have to dress it up and make it look a little bit tidier. I've just got a bit of pipe insulation as a bit of padding here, and everything is taped up. I've got my battery taped to it. I've got double insoles in my shoes just to pack it out a little bit. So on two of these wires, that's going down to the switch, which is where my toe is. That's what you're going to have to work on, the right position. And the other wire goes right through your shoe and it comes out the bottom. Goes right through, comes out the bottom. And this plate here, this needs to be against your skin. So when I've got this on my ankle, I will just Velcro strap it around and slip this down my sock to my skin. It needs to be in contact with the skin, and a good contact, because sometimes it might arc a little bit if it's not really uptight against your skin. So when that's all set up, all you need to do is switch this thing on and you will be able to give somebody an electric shock. I've done a few tricks on YouTube. The easiest one to practice on is just get somebody to give you a coin. Get them to draw a face of a dog on it. Do some sort of patter about hypnosis. Get them to place the coin in your hand and then pick up the coin. They can do it. Then you hypnotise them and say the next time you pick up the coin the dog will bite. You turn on your device and the next time they come they will get a shock. Right, the shock that I've showed you in the past, if I touch this and I touch this, that is not the shock that the spectator gets. It's half of that, which it's still a decent shock, but it's not what you see here. So don't be alarmed. If you're holding this and you touch this, like I've showed you in the past, if I turn it on and I touch this, that is quite a shock. It's not that, it's half. You get half, they get half. You're expecting it, they're not. So I do hope that not rushed, but that's how long it takes really to put it together. It's just a basic circuit, switch, battery, back into this, ground against your skin. You can work out what length of wire you need and the position of this round your ankle and where to get a Velcro strap and how to fix this. I glued it and I stitched it into the insole. So that's it guys, that is Electric Touch. You can do all this for about a tenner. Will give you hours of fun and pleasure, not maybe to the spectator. But comment, subscribe, like guys for more reveals. Cheers.